The story begins in the heart of a forest, where a hidden view reveals a bright blue river meandering through lush mountains under a sky dotted with fluffy clouds. In that forest, a serene river flows, surrounded by rocks and tall green trees under a bright blue sky. Further into the forest, a group of deer can be seen peacefully grazing on a path bathed in the sunlight filtering through the tall trees. Among the group of deer, a fawn named Luna stood out. With her white spotted coat and large, expressive eyes, she was the heart of the forest. Luna, standing in the lush greenery, bathed in soft, dappled light, was the main character of our story. Luna, filled with youthful exuberance, playfully explored nature's wonders. At last, Luna stumbled upon a breathtaking garden nestled within the wilderness, unfolding before her in all its splendor. Surrounded by the vibrant flowers, a sense of unbridled joy filled her heart, turning the garden into her whimsical playground. As Luna frolicked among the vibrant blossoms, her mother's soft voice, filled with affection, gently broke through the joyful moment, calling her back to reality. Upon hearing her mother's call, Luna ran to her, eagerly leading her to the garden. Overwhelmed with joy, Luna's mother embraced her tightly. Enveloped in her mother's affection, Luna basked in the warmth before breaking away with a slight sulk. While seeing this, her mother's gentle smile mirrored Luna's emotions. With a goodbye, Luna set off to join her friends, ready to resume playing in the flower garden. The next day, filled with excitement, Luna eagerly made plans to play with her friends near the magnificent mountain cliff brimming with adventure. Soon, the group of deer fawns gathered at the cliff's edge for their playtime. But, short while after that, amidst the forest, a deer fawn darted swiftly through the trees, her face etched with worry. Without hesitation, it dashed to Luna's mother to convey the tragedy news. Upon hearing the news, Luna's mother hurried to the forest cliff, hoping it was a false alarm. But her fears were confirmed. Luna had indeed fallen from the forest cliff. After hearing that, she stunned for a moment and starting to feel like environment about collapse. Few days after that, the deer group discussed moving to a new location. After a brief discussion, they agreed, except Luna's hopeful mother, but the others convinced her it was unlikely. Despite reluctantly agreeing to move, Luna's mother couldn't leave without a final glance at the spot where Luna's laughter once rang. Memories flooded her mind, anchoring her to the forest, as she whispered a silent prayer for her daughter's return. In the meantime, as Luna had fallen from the forest cliff, Luna opened her eyes, greeted by the sight of a breathtaking flower garden, resembling a paradise of blooms. As Luna woke up to this surreal sight, she found it hard to believe what lay before her. Stunned, she stood up, tentatively exploring the stunning garden that enveloped her. Confused and disoriented, Luna found herself wandering the flower garden, trying to make sense of her surroundings and the sudden shift in her reality. During her exploration, Luna encountered a beautiful butterfly, which fluttered towards her, seemingly relieved at her awakening. Following their brief encounter, the butterfly began to flit around Luna, showcasing the garden with an unmistakable expression of delight. Yet, Luna remained unsure of the events following her fall from the cliff, perplexed at how she survived and ended up in this breathtaking place. After a brief moment of contemplation, she decided to let the questions go, embracing the beauty of the garden that surrounded her. With a newfound sense of joy, Luna and the butterfly began to frolic and play in the enchanting garden, reveling in the beauty that surrounded them. Few days later, with a twinkle in its eye, the butterfly proposed an adventure to the mountain's summit, and Luna, her heart filled with excitement, readily agreed. Excitedly, they began preparing for their first adventure together, eagerly anticipating the journey that lay ahead. Their journey began with a path through the magnificent flower garden, leading them to the forest river. Along the way, they couldn't resist the allure of the garden's beauty, pausing to play among the vibrant blossoms. Leaving the flower garden behind, they arrived at their next destination, the forest river, The sight of the glistening water enticed them to play and splash in the river before setting off to prepare for their next adventure, the ascent of the mountain path. After a short journey following the river's path, they arrived at their next destination. Following a brief rest, they set out to climb the mountain, their final goal beckoning them onward. At last, they arrived at the forest atop the mountain, delving deeper into the lush woods until they stumbled upon the highlight of their adventure, a bountiful fruit tree laden with tempting treats. Luna's mouth watered as she approached the tree, and with each succulent bite, she felt her heart and stomach grow content. As exhaustion washed over her, she settled down for a brief nap, the butterfly keeping watch by her side. While sleeping, suddenly, in a sudden rush of realization, Luna awoke with a pang of regret, her mind filled with thoughts of her dear mother. How could I forget about her for so long? She must have been worried sick, she lamented. Time was of the essence, and with a determined heart, Luna relayed the situation to the understanding butterfly. Without a moment's hesitation, she began her sprint back through the mountain, river, and garden, finally arriving at the very cliff from which she had fallen. However, before she could begin her search for her mother, Luna's thoughts turned to her friend, who she left behind on the mountain. With a twinge of regret, she whispered, "Do not worry, my friend, I will surely come back to see you." And with those words etched in her heart, she set off in pursuit of her mother and her other companions. Luna embarked on her search through the forest, but to her disappointment, there was no sign of the other deer because they had already moved on to a different location. Her anxiety began to mount as the realization set in that her mother was nowhere to be found. With a flicker of hope still burning within her, Luna continued scouring the forest, but her efforts yielded no results. The weight of despair loomed over her, and tears welled up in her eyes. Suddenly, a faint noise caught Luna's attention, emanating from a nearby bush. With a glimmer of hope, she cautiously approached the source, eager to uncover the mystery behind the sound. Overwhelmed with joy, Luna stumbled upon her mother, peacefully sleeping on the lush green ground. Yet, something was amiss. Luna's heart sank as she realized her mother was gravely ill. She gently roused her mother from slumber, and her mother's eyes slowly flickered open. To her astonishment, she saw Luna, her own little fawn, but her illness rendered her speechless, preventing her from expressing the overwhelming joy in her heart. Luna, full of regret, sat silently beside her mother, offering her presence in this trying moment. It was her final momentum, with the regret, unable to spend little more time with Luna, but she thought it's okay, she can able to see her once again. Suddenly, a beautiful butterfly appeared before Luna's mother, leaving Luna astonished. It was her friend, the one she had left behind in the mountain forest. Luna was puzzled by how the butterfly managed to find her. Overwhelmed with questions, Luna observed her friend as it flew over, urging Luna to apologize for concealing the truth all this time. The butterfly moved away from Luna and began to shimmer, transforming its shape. Luna watched in amazement as the butterfly underwent a stunning metamorphosis, turning into a radiant figure with wings of pure light, revealing an angelic form. Yes, it was indeed a guardian angel. Luna watched in astonishment as the angel approached her mother, then start to healing her. Luna's heart filled with joy as she witnessed her mother's health gradually improving. Overcome with happiness, she rushed to embrace her healing mother. The angel observed this heartwarming moment with a face full of contentment, no trace of regret in its eyes. Luna then attempted to approach her friend, but the angel intercepted her, leaning close to her ear and whispering, "Thanks for everything." With that, the angel began to disintegrate into shimmering particles. Tears welled up in the angel's eyes as it tried to convey something more, but Luna couldn't discern the mumbled words, and the angel vanished completely. Both Luna and her mother stood in stunned silence, their hearts heavy with the profound encounter they had just witnessed. It took a moment for Luna to regain her composure, but when she did, tears streamed down her cheeks. In her thoughts, she wondered, the one who rescued me from the cliff, the one who shared this place with me, the one who saved my beloved mother, the one who shared joyful moments with me, the one who sacrificed themselves for me, it's you. You gave everything to me, even though I didn't give you anything in return. Her eyes brimming with tears, Luna couldn't help but cry. She questioned whether she truly deserved all that the angel had given her. In her heart, she felt the overwhelming weight of gratitude and the desire to express her feelings of unworthiness.